We're doing.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Doing fabulous. How about you?
I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. That's right. We love Thursdays around here.
That's right. First time saying that because we're running a little bit behind on schedule, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Life is busy, so that's a good thing, the good problem to have.
That's right. That's right. As long as we get to it, better late than never.
That's right.
Keep it on track. Keep it on track.
Yes, sir. So, I was, on my way home, and that's how I got the idea for the topic of this meeting. I was on my way home. So the topic of this meeting, I would say, or this pod chat, whatever you like to call it, uh, I guess you can say ignore the haters, but also ignore everyone, almost. And the reason why I say that is because I was on my way home. And I don't know how I got this thought, but I was thinking about when I went to college. I went to college for like 1 year or like 1.5 years. Shout out to Amigo 1K. He was my college duo, if you will. We had like a lot of classes together.
College buddy.
Yeah. So it was funny because I was taking this English class and I remember just going through this. I'm like, what the heck am I learning? Like I was thinking about getting into business. I'm like, bro, what are we talking about? And just to, nail the nail in the coffin. I don't know if that's the saying, whatever it is. But for our final exam for that English class was to literally know and remember 50 words and their definitions. That was literally our final exam. And I remember I didn't study and I went and I looked at the page. I right before we went into the class, I tried to memorize as much as I could. I memorized 4 words. I put 4 words definitions, and I left the rest blank. I got up within 5 minutes of them handing out the exams. Everyone else was doing it, and I handed it. The teacher took it, and she looked at me with such disgust, like saying you pathetic little man, like saying like you're not gonna make it, you're like just that look, like it's like, bro, you're a failure. Almost that was the look, like a failure. And I remember thinking that, I'm like, man, all these books that I've read, and I've learned so much more than I would have ever learned in those 4 years of school, let alone her final exam of remembering and memorizing definitions of words that I probably haven't used since that day. And I'm just like, man, it's crazy how so many people in this world get told or get receive that look or receive just the nasty message from somebody, and that affects the path or their journey because they allow it to get into their head. And that's how I came up with this topic. So I'll kick it over to you if you have any thoughts on it.
Imagine from that look, you would have soaked that in. Imagine. Like, it's just so crazy. And yeah, I agree. What kind of final exam is that? What kind of final exam is that? But that's interesting. You didn't tell me about that earlier today. In
Yeah,
my
bro.
opinion, what I get from something like that is like, well, you say not only the haters, but just everybody in general. It's very interesting because a lot of the times when you hear good things, you feel good. You're like, yeah, yeah, you feel good, right? You feel bad thing, you get told bad things or you hated on or whatever, and then it beats you down. So it's very interesting. And for me, it's still a work in progress. It can be a little bit tricky here and there. But I feel like the truth is ignore everybody, whether it's good, whether it's bad. If you don't react to it, it can really help you out when you just stay focused on what you got going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's so true because a lot of times we like to take advice from the people that we love and care about, but in reality, it's like if they don't have the life that you live, why are you listening to them? Like it just doesn't make any logical sense. It's like calling your lawyer and asking them about your health. Like, hey, what do you think I should do? Like, I'm feeling sick. What kind of medicine do you think I should take? Like,
So
what are you
true.
talking to me about? But yet, in the real world, the lawyer, obviously not the lawyer, but the person that you're asking to, oh, yeah, ask me. I'm smart. I can tell you what it is. I can tell you the answer. And it's quite ridiculous, to be honest with you. But when you said that, like being focused and you went like this, you know what that reminded me of it? It was the horses in the races. You know how they have the blinders on their eyes because they need to be so focused and right in front of them
Yeah.
on the path. They don't even focus on any of the other horses because then that will slow them down in their race. You
Mhm.
just got to be laser focused. I think it was Michael Saylor that talked about it, right? The laser is choosing to be very precise into one singular location, and that's why the laser can go on for miles. And the flashlight is shining everywhere, and that's why it can only go a few feet. See, the laser, um, you know, it got rid of the ability to shine in every other direction but that one spot. And it's like when you're going after something, you need that focus and you need to just be blind to all of these haters and all of these people that don't have the life that you want. Because, I mean, those that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are often the ones that do.
The ones that, yep, yep. You gotta be, what's the word? Can't think of the word, but yeah, you
Dare
gotta
I
be
say
crazy.
obsessed?
What is it?
I said, dare I say
That's
obsessed?
a word,
Because, man,
obsessed, but you
people,
gotta be delusional.
yeah.
You gotta be delusional to the point where it sounds insane, it sounds crazy, but you go for it. But to your point, I think, and we say, and you say this often, is like if you don't, if you cannot, if you're not, if you would not be happy trading places with that specific person, you may be listening from the wrong person. And to your point, like I said, that's a good one. Asking a lawyer for your for health advice, like, and that's the complete truth. Um, I feel like over the long period of time, personally, I have had to kind of remind myself that focus is the key, like sticking to one thing and just going straight at it. Because I think a lot of the times it's very easy to hear so many things from different people that distract you. And I know we made a video on distractions to then flip the switch and go a different direction. There's nothing wrong when it comes to you're attacking that specific goal. You make a mistake and go a different direction on that same path. But when you start to really listen to like people doubting you, saying, "Oh, that's too hard," or "Don't, like why would you do that?" or this and that, like that's when you can easily start to doubt your mind, and then you start to rethink, why exactly am I doing this? Why am I not doing this? And I think it's very natural for young people. Again, I went through it myself and I'm still, a work in progress always. But I feel like when you're at this young age, bro, like 15 to 18, 20 years old, like like high school, it's like you're trying to figure out what to do. And there's just so much going on nowadays with TikTok and, influencers and all this going on that it's just so difficult nowadays, challenging to just keep your mind on one thing and go at it. And all of the people we've listened to that we admire and look up to, their success came from, like you said, a laser vision or the horse, right? It's like focusing on one thing, going at it, being okay to make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and then get back up. And I think that's definitely something that I would advise any like young folk, or I would tell my 15-year-old self, like, figure out something that you like, something that you enjoy doing, whether it's working on cars, whether it's a sport, whether it's playing guitar, Adrian, like figure out something that you like and really stick to it. Because unfortunately, I didn't learn that until a couple years ago where I'm like, hey, I like this. I'm gonna attack this. And I think you can save so much time by capitalizing at a young age because no matter what you do, it takes time, right? We always go back to that. We always go back to, I feel like we've shared before where it takes you 10,000 hours to become an expert at anything you do. And I feel like when you get a head start at a young age, you know what you want, you know what you're doing, you attack it, keep that laser vision, it's inevitable. It takes time, right? It's not if, but when. So I do think that's very powerful. Ignoring the haters, ignore everybody, right? If you like to do this specific thing, if this is your hobby, if you want to grow a business in this specific industry, you shouldn't be listening to somebody who does not have a business. You should not be listening to somebody who has never scaled their business upwards of 1 million, 2, 3 million. You should not be listening to folks who don't have a stock portfolio. They're them telling you, hey, stocks are risky. Like, like you should kind of know, hey, listen to the folks that got their thing going on, right? to jump back to the Miami meetup, Adrian and Miami for Amit and all these guys. Like that was I gotta bring it up again because that was my thing right there. It's like these folks got multi-million dollar accounts, and it's like one day that's the goal, right? So it goes back to that whole thing: be around the right people, listen to the right things, have a selective hearing. I feel like selective listening, like only listen to the things that are gonna push you to that next level. So.
Yeah, I mean it's no, that's it's spot on, bro. Um, it just sucks so bad why we live in a world like this. Like no one's supportive, and that's okay, but it's like no one's ever gonna be supportive now, in the future, through the journey. It's always gonna be an issue. Like when someone makes it, they're gonna say they got lucky. And the reality is, it's like the harder you work, the luckier you get. So it's like, and someone might listen to this and say, "Oh, well, what do they know? They don't have anything.
Maybe.
They don't have where they don't want the life that we have. So why would we be listening to them?" But it's like what I thought was really cool about this is to document the journey. Like
Mhm.
how awesome is it going to be when I'm grown and I reach what I want to reach and I look back, I'm like, man, like look, I was just a
That
kid
is
right there
yeah.
that I was trying to figure it out. I was along every side, everybody else trying to figure out what my path was, but yet I get to look at how I speak then. If God allows me to live to the day, I'm gonna be able to see how I spoke now compared to how I spoke when we first started the episode to when we're making episodes. Then, like,
Big
all of
time.
the journey is something that it's irreplaceable. And this is capturing the moment of my actual existence. I've said this before, but Michael Jordan got paid millions and millions and millions of dollars when he was in the NBA, but he didn't make those in the games that he was playing. He made those millions when he was taking thousands of shots that no one was watching. So imagine you having videos of Michael Jordan's training sessions when he was a kid. You were literally witnessing greatness in real time, and that's what's happening right now.
That's
And
100% right.
it's not about, oh, well, what if you don't make it? You're missing the point. The point is the journey. Like it doesn't you're making it is a subjective word to use. You're making it to you and to me it's like I'm making it every single day. Like that's making it is what you give the power to. And for me the power is the growth that you have within you. The goal of becoming financially independent, financially wealthy, creating legacy, creating generational wealth, breaking chains from your generation that you don't like or things that were passed down to you. And if you put pass down to your kids the things that you didn't like, well, now it's your fault. It's not whoever passed it down to you's fault. But all of that is simply a goal to pull you so that in the journey that you're growing, well, now you have the growth that you experience, which is the success. Because if you think about it, let's say your goal is to do one push up. How hard is that going to pull you? It's not going to pull you anything. If you can't do a push up, you'll be able to do a push up in a week and a half. Your goal's over and there's no more growth. Put your freaking goal as far as you possibly can so it'll pull you in the direction of that goal that it forces you to grow. But in that process, everybody's just going to watch the goal. Everybody's going to be looking at the goal and say, "You can't do that. You can't accomplish that. You're crazy. You want to be a millionaire? Who do you think you are? You think you're so smart? You think you got, oh, how's your little
You want
business
more?
going? How's your little business going? Oh, are you still doing that thing? That casual check-in. Hey, how's everything going? You want to see if I'm succeeding or not. You want to see if I failed. You want to see if I quit already. But the thing is, the goal is irrelevant. What you see is irrelevant. It's the journey of growth every single freaking day
Man, it's
that is
killing me
just
right.
freaking
I'm fired up
firing
right
me
now. I
up.
gotta go. I gotta go run a marathon right now.
Right now, 9:53 p.m. Let's run it.
Bro, that's awesome. No, I love it. I love it, bro. That's amazing. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep
No, that
cooking.
was it, bro. That's it. The growth is the journey. And
It's
you are
amazing.
gonna have everybody doubt your freaking goal. You're gonna have everybody doubt what you're fighting for and what you're shooting for and what you want to accomplish. But all of that crap is irrelevant. I don't if God wants my life to be living in a shoebox, homeless on the street, God forbid, and that's the life that God wants to give me, I'm still gonna fight every freaking morning to get a house. I'm still gonna fight every freaking day to first get a bike and then get a car and then get a house and then get a mansion. I don't care where I am. Like God, if you have God, if you have, I don't want to turn it into religious, believe what you like, but if you have the strength and the will to never give up, growth is inevitable. You have to grow if you have a goal in front of you that has to make you grow. Like
Mhm.
I'm the reason why I'm not a millionaire yet is because I'm not the person that I need to be a millionaire. Like I need to be someone else. Like I know Adan, right now, you're not going to be a millionaire because you are not who you need to be in order to have the millionaire status. So you
Correct.
need to grow as an individual so then you can have the status. So in that journey of growing to become that status, maybe you're not a millionaire, but the amount of growth that you had to try and achieve that goal is far better than anybody that you have ever been in the past. So it's like it's easily that's the vision, but everybody's gonna doubt the goal. So F all of them,
Mhm.
and stick to the growth, man.
It's amazing. I love it. I love it. The one more thing I have to say is that you will never see anybody doing better than you hating on you.
Say it again.
That's the truth. You will never see anybody doing better than you who is hating on you. So if that person is hating on you, you know why. They must not like themselves. They must not like the situation they're in. They must be in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. They must not be content on where they are in life. So if a person is pushing you forward, it's because they know who they are. They're confident in their abilities, and they're confident in themselves. They know what they got going on. They know who they are.
Yeah.
So I think that's very powerful. And I feel like I've seen that on and on and on with folks that I've spoken to. The people who give me the best advice are those people that I look up to, the people who are above me, but will never be hating on me. They'll just be helping me up, lifting me up, giving me advice, things like that. And that's what it's about. That is what it's about. So
Very well said. I think that's a beautiful
amazing.
way to close it out, unless you have any
Amazing. I
closing
think
thoughts.
one more thing I do want to mention, these conversations are the reason why we ever thought about pressing record. Like these are just lighting you on fire. Like, let's get it, you know?
Absolutely.
Like this
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
about to freaking go
reason.
run a marathon, triathlon.
No, for real. These are the reason. Like this is what I'm talking about right here, you know? So
Yeah.
I
Be
love it.
prepared for people to not like you. Be prepared for people to not like your journey. Be prepared for people to roast you, joke on you, ask you how it's going, give you sarcasm, say, oh, you want to be a business owner, and people chuckle, people laugh, people say, oh, that's cute. People try and little bro you. Be prepared for it. That's a beautiful thing. It's testing to see how strong you are. If God's gonna bless you with massive success, well, He wants to see, can you actually take it? Can you actually, are you ready to receive the blessings? And if you can't go past somebody chuckling at you, what happens when you have that success and He puts you at a layer where now you're an influence to other people? And when other people get laughed at and they ask you, "Hey man, how do I get over this? How do I get past people laughing at me?" You say, "I don't know. I couldn't get past it either." Like, what? What are we talking about? You're going to be an icon. You're going to be an influence. If you're going to be an influence because of all the success that God blesses you with, you better be able to go through the rut so that you can help all the people behind you also go through that as well. So,
Amazing.
lovely. Hope you have a good rest of your
Close it
night.
up.
About to go run my triathlon. Have a good one. God bless you.
Have a
God
good night,
bless
bro.
you. Let's get it. You too, bro.